Surah Maryam is like a gentle river of faith flowing through stories that soften the heart and lift the soul. Be when you begin reading it, you feel as though Allah is speaking directly to those moments of despair and weakness we all experience. It starts with Zakariyya, an elderly prophet, frail and without hope in worldly means. Yet he whispers his need to Allah quietly and humbly, and Allah responds with the miracle of Yahya. This teaches us that no prayer is too small, no heart too old, and no situation too impossible when the request is placed sincerely before the Most Merciful. Then comes Maryam's story, one of the most beautiful and tender in the Qur'an. She retreats in devotion, chosen and purified, when suddenly she is tested with something beyond human imagination. Carrying a child without a father, she feels the weight of loneliness and fear, even wishing for death rather than disgrace. But Allah, in His compassion, soothes her with provision, a stream beneath her, dates falling from a palm tree, and reassurance that she is never abandoned. In her silence before the accusations of her people, Allah lets her newborn son, Jesus, speak for her, proclaiming truth and purity. This reminds us that when words fail us, Allah Himself can defend us, and His help arrives in ways we cannot anticipate. The surah then moves from one prophet to another, each a lantern of guidance in his own time. Ibrahim's courage in rejecting false gods shows us the strength of conviction. Musa's trials remind us that even the greatest prophets faced hardship and opposition. Ismail's devotion to prayer and family reminds us that true faith is lived in obedience, not just in words. Idris, lifted high in rank, teaches us that righteousness elevates the soul. Each story is like a pearl strung together to form a necklace of patience, perseverance, and faith. Surah Maryam is not only about the past, it speaks directly to us. It calls us to remember that Allah's mercy is vast, but His warning is real. Paradise is described as a place of eternal peace where hearts find rest and joy. At the same time, those who deny Allah or invent falsehoods about Him are reminded of the consequences. The surah firmly establishes that Jesus is a servant and messenger, not the Son of God, clarifying truth with dignity and compassion. As you read, you feel both the softness of Allah's mercy and the firmness of His justice. It is a surah that wraps the heart in hope when life feels heavy, that reassures us that Allah knows our pain, hears our prayers, and never abandons us. At the same time, ultimate success lies only with Him. Surah Maryam is like standing beneath a sky full of stars, each story a point of light, guiding us through darkness. It teaches us patience in trials, trust in prayer, and courage in faith. Most of all, it whispers to our hearts, never lose hope in Allah's mercy, for His care is closer than we imagine, and His help is swifter than we expect.